this year, before his demise, Armilad Isagani Labot already prepared for this conference. To give him the due respect that he deserves, we did not take him out or his name from the program. We know his spirit is with us today, but today we are very lucky to have the President of the Philippine Daily Inquirer, Sandy Prieto Ruales, to read his report.
Fellow communicators, good afternoon. It's very nice to be here with you today. As Carmel was saying, Danny kept Ppi very close to his heart. I was next to Wayne, who related to me that Danny was very given and dedicated to Ppi's programs, that she would often recount and watch as he would take like a long trip by air and then take a lunch or 2 hours just to give a session on community writing to movement. And so he really would hardly miss any of the Ppi meetings. So it was thank you for giving him this honor. Needed to plan also to prepare a speech way before this meeting. I was relating also to when many times as opposed to my style, where sometimes my notes are even more than a prepared speech. So, it was nice that he had prepared this. He often, though, starts his speeches with a amusing anecdote, and I didn't find one here, so I'm just going to relate something that we often quote him, and that's when he gives tips about giving speeches, and he says, it should be like a lady's skirt, short enough to remain interesting, but long enough for all the essential parts. So to that, Agani, I kept with your practice of starting with something. So this is something he prepared. There's no doubt that in this age of news and information, the media is a very powerful institution. In a democracy, the free media plays a very important role in promoting and protecting the public interest. Traditionally, the media has taken an adversarial stance towards government. Good thing President Noynoy has left and has finished his mission. And plays watchdog role as a public representative. American columnist and educator Georgie Ann Gale said that today the press, in open clause, the older term for media, is judge and jury, prosecutor and inquisitor, new reverend and mother superior. Those quotes. She recalled that U.S. Librarian of Congress James Billington told her one day, the media has replaced the church. It now provides the value mediators for people's lives. It is a validator of politics. It is where power is. It is kind of spiritual power together with corrosive cynicism. So to sustaining the comparison of media to the church, Eugene Hartley said that journalism is becoming no less than a new religion, complete with imprecision and infallibility. He said, open quotes, media power is now acknowledged to have moved beyond the index to the Inquisition, whereby the media decide who is to be sustained, who is to be rejected, who is to live and die in the public eye. These commentators were talking about the media in the U.S. and other Western countries, but they might as well have been talking about the media in the Philippines. The media also exerts a lot of influence in the Philippines. The media can raise some people to heights of power and popularity. They can bring them down to much of ignominy and shame. The media is a champion of public interest and public trust. It is the watchdog of government. It is a protector of democracy and the rights that flourish in a democratic society. But as Juvenal said in his satire, and he has it here in Latin, but I will not attempt, who will guard the guards themselves? To whom will the media be accountable? An institution that wields so much power must be accountable to some greater institution. If we are to pretend to speak in the name of people as their representatives, we will have to offer the people some proof of our honor beyond what we have here shown. Another journalist, Michelle Salmon, said that for the public to know that media acts in the public interest, it must be voluntarily accountable to its public. But for media to be accountable, it must be also seen to be accountable or becomes meaningless. Media commissions and councils all over the world have called for greater media accountability and ethics in the past 50 years. In 2005, French media ethicist Bertrand said, "As I studied media ethics off and on for about 20 years, it became evident to me that the survival of mankind is predicated on the generalization of democracy, that no democracy can exist without press freedom, and that press freedom cannot survive if media are unethical." There are two often cited models of media accountability that are seen to work effectively. But some commentators have said that both are imperfect and problematic. The first model is economic marketplace, which based loosely on Von Neuer's notion of truth versus falsehood. Truth will win out. Says that the responsible media would not meet the test of the market and instead turn the public against it. The other model is the path of litigation, the filing of libel cases, damage suits, and similar cases that would seek to impose a penalty of imprisonment or heavy fines on those who use the power of the press to damage reputations. It has also been suggested that citizens groups such as voluntary press councils and fair trial press committees critique the press. This model was tried in some places in the U.S., but it enjoyed limited success and benefited only a few people. One other way is to appoint a media person, readers advocate, or readers editors, but there are a smaller number in the United States and even fewer in the Philippines. For many decades now, social responsibility has been a watchword for the media. Recently, word accountability has been added to the discussions of the practice of journalism. But both sectors have agreed that mandatory controls to enforce media accountability are not appropriate, not acceptable, and not workable, and that other processes and methods of self-regulation would be more acceptable. Two methods of venues of criticism are the Press Council and the Code of Ethics. The Philippines, and specifically the Philippine Press Institute, has both. The Philippine Press Council operates under auspices and, for starters, is trying to enforce the rule of fairness among the PPI members. The PPI has also adopted a code of ethics for Filipino journalists, and it is a Bible for all its members. In the Inquirer, no applicant can become an employee of the editorial department unless he or she first subscribes to the Code of Ethics. Violations of the Code of Ethics are punishable under the Inquirer's Code of Discipline. Aside from the Code of Ethics, the Inquirer has set patterns of pace for journalists and manual of editorial policies, which lays down ethical guidelines in dealing with cases involving the professional conduct of members of the editorial department. All these are intended to make the journalists working in the Inquirer accountable to the public. Everett Dennis of Columbia University says that code of ethics written by professional societies or editors' associations are generally philosophical statements that promote impartiality, fair play, and decency. Codes written by individual media organizations are more specific and more detailed. They are generally intended for internal use and are not distributed to the public and not widely publicized. Press councils are more covered, but not many complaints are filed with them, probably because not many people know about them, or probably other people prefer to take the litigation route. Others resort to other, more deadly means, and thus they may have many cases of persons being killed. Some of them because they encourage the wrath of people who felt their honor and reputation has been besmirched. Codes of ethics rigorously enforced and press councils more widely publicized can be useful instruments of criticism as well as venues for the resolution of complaints against media. They can be used to exact greater degree of accountability from the media. The media, particularly in democracies, are very powerful. But with great power goes great degree of social responsibility and accountability. The media, to continue to enjoy the trust of the public, must be frank and transparent and open to criticism, as Jake was saying, take to be dished out. It should be willing to submit itself to the same level of scrutiny